UFC is back, and I'm back today bringing you my UFC 311 full card predictions starting from Tagir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter, then working my way all the way up to Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan in the main event. And yeah, I'll be breaking down each fight individually. So yeah, without any further ado, let's start off with Tagir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. I got Ulanbekov via round 3 submission. I just think Clayton Carpenter's too inexperienced. 8-0 versus 8-0 Clayton Carpenter versus a 15-2 Tagir Ulanbekov, and I just think Ulanbekov's better everywhere, and I just think he'll latch up a submission. That's my opinion. Moving on, Ricky Tercios versus Bernardo Sopaj. I did not like Ricky Tercios' performance against Raul Rosas. He seems as if he kind of gave up towards the end. And for that reason, I got Bernardo Sopaj via 30-27 decision. I think it's just going to be a complete schooling. It'll be a little close in the beginning, but once Tercio realizes he's outclassed, he's not going to fight. He's not going to have that fight, that dog in him to keep going. He's just going to give up and cruise to a losing decision. So yeah, Bernardo Sopaj, 30-27 decision. Moving on, Rinya Nakamura versus Muin Gafarov. I got Rinya Nakamura. He's a great wrestler. He's taking a year off, which honestly I think that'll help him. He's kind of younger, so it lets him really build into his skill, hone his skill, get better at what he does and what he wants to do. And I think that'll just be controlling Gufarov on the ground. So yeah, 30-27 decision for Nakamura. Starting off with a lot of decisions, but I got some finishes coming. Moving on, Kara Rosov versus Aline Perez. I got Kara Rosa 29-28 decision because it's a WMMA fight, but I just think Kara Rosa is a lot better than Aline Perez. Aline Perez has a chance at like Hail Mary knockout, but again, it's WMMA, and I just don't see that happening at all. I think it'll be pretty clear. Like maybe Aline Perez will knock her down. That's how she gets her one round. But the rounds that Kara Rosa is gonna win, I think, will be very clear, and it'll be another schooling in my opinion. Moving on, we have Zachary Reese fighting Asmat Bakalov on short notice. And due to the fact it's short notice, I have Zachary Reese via round 3 TKO. I feel like it's going to be a tricky fight. He might lose round 1 because when fighters come in on short notice, they like to just try to get their opponent out there early because they know they haven't been training for a fight. They haven't been in fight camp. So they think their only chance is to get the opponent out in one round. And I think we're going to see a case of that where he's just going to go for it immediately, Bekov, that is. And it's not going to pay out, and Reese will get him in round 3 when he's tired. Moving on. Grant Dawson versus Carlos Diego Fajeda. I got Grant Dawson 29-20 decision. Now, I know Carlos Diego Fajeda has been on kind of a run, and at 215, like plus 215 underdog, that's a pretty decent bet to take. But I just think Grant Dawson, like, I get that Carlos Diego Fajeda's on a run and everything, but he's 39. Grant Dawson's younger. Grant Dawson's a great wrestler. He's credentialed, I guess. But he's just had some good fights. He has a fluke loss to Bobby Green in the UFC. That's it. And I see the train continuing. I got Grant Dawson via 20-20 decision. I feel like Carlos Diego Fajeda will stun him in one of the 3 rounds, but Grant Dawson will be able to recover and come back and win. Moving on, Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Elakana. These odds better not be the odds because Bogdan Guskov's going to knock Billy out in one round. I'm sorry to tell you, Billy, but you're done. These have to be, even if this is Johnny Walker, I would have picked Bogdan Guskov to beat Johnny Walker, and these are great odds. If these are the real odds for Bogdan Guskov, I'll put all your money on him. He's gonna win. He's just a little tank for this division. I think he's 6'1"? Or is that Billy? Oh, I can't even look at the matchup because he's a new opponent, so they're not going to have stats for him. But yeah, Bogdan Guskov's going to walk right through Billy, and it's going to be a round 1 knockout. Put your money on it. Moving on, Jalton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. I got Jalton Almeida. Jalton Almeida is going to win a round 1 sub. I just think Sergey Spivak Jalton Almeida's more in shape than pretty much every other heavyweight on the roster. So easy pick for me. Jalton Almeida is going to beat Sergey Spivak in 1 round by submission. Moving on, Peyton Talbot versus Hani Barcelos. These odds are the odds for a reason. Peyton Talbot's going to win by round 2 KO, TKO, probably ground and pound more than just. He's not going to get another flat knockout like he did last time, but he's just a lot better than Ronnie Barcelos, and Ronnie Barcelos is a 1-4 in his last 5, I think. It's not even. He has not been on a good run. It's not great. Career's not panning out great for Hani Barcelos right now, and I think Peyton Talbot's stock continues to rise with an impressive 10-8 first round and then a finish in round 2. Moving on to the main card, the pay-per-view card. Start off Kevin Holland versus Reiner de Ritter. I want to pick Kevin Holland so bad, but I can't. I got Reiner de Ritter, 29-28 decision. I think this will be very similar to the Kevin Holland, not the MVP fight where he's going to lose round 1 convincingly. He'll come out in round 2, kind of make a little comeback, but in round 3 just give up, especially when Reiner de Ritter takes him down. He's just going to give up, accept the bottom, and Reiner de Ritter is just going to win via control time. Moving on, Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. This is a trickier fight than people think. I got Renato Moicano via round 2 TKO, not KO. I don't even think he's going to rock Beneil on the feet. I feel like it's going to be similar to the Jalen Turner fight. Round 1 will be close. They'll be going back and forth. Beneil might get it. But I feel like Renato Moicano, he's got some of the best top control in the game. And I feel like he'll be able to find the takedown on Beneil Dariush. And when he does, he's not letting him up. And he'll be good enough to avoid the submissions of Beneil Dariush from the bottom and just land elbows, punches, just exactly what he's done to Jalen Turner and Benoit Saint-Denis back-to-back. What he did to Drew Dover, same game plan. Nothing's going to change. He's going to beat Beneil Dariush that way and move on to a number 1 contender fight. Moving on to the featured fight of the night, Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. I got Jamal Hill, actually. Jamal Hill via round 2 KO TKO. I just feel like he's more technical and better than Yuri. Yuri is too unpredictable, and Hill's just gonna have the boxing to do it. He's gonna be able to land straights down the pipe. The jab's gonna annoy Yuri. Yuri's gonna swing that big overhand. It's not gonna be there. He's gonna come out with his wild style, going all around, and it's just not gonna work out. I got Jamal Hill round 2 KO TKO. I feel like I'm doing a lot less emotional picks this one. Like, not who I want to win, but who I genuinely think is going to win. And so far, we're sticking to that. Moving on. Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I got Umar Nurmagomedov via 50-45 decision. I just don't think this will be close. The way he schooled Corey Sandhagen, was able to stay in the feet. The way he wrestles everybody. Merab might be able to take a round off him, but I'm just predicting that to not happen. If you predict Merab to win, you think he's a better wrestler than Umar Nurmagomedov, and I just don't think that's the case. And even so, Umar's wrestling will be good enough to fend off Merab's and keep it standing. I just don't think there's an area in MMA that Merab is better than Umar in, and for that reason, I'm going to have to pick Umar to win 50-45. Moving on to the main event, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. We've seen this fight before, and I think it plays out similarly. Islam Makhachev, 49-46 decision. I don't think he'll finish Arman Tsarukyan. I don't think Arman gets finished by anybody, and I don't think that changes here. But Islam Makhachev at a 380 favorite, sizable favorite, and I think that cashes. If you want to put money on it, good bets to place would be Islam Makhachev, Umar, and then Bogdan, especially if he's the underdog. But yeah, I might have to do another video like that. I did it for 300 where I did best bets to place, and yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. But that's it from me. That's my predictions. I got Makhachev, Merab, Jamal Hill, Renato Moicano, Reiner de Ritter, Peyton Talbot, Gelton Almeida, Bogdan Guskov, Grant Dawson, Zachary Reese, Karol Rosa, Rinya Nakamura, Bernardo Sopaj, and Tagir Ulanbekov. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you would change any of these picks, if you have your own opinion, maybe you think there's going to be a different result to a fight. And yeah, check the description. Follow my social medias at Gerwin MMA on everything. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.